What is going on, guys? This is Smash vs. Player 33 here, bringing you another Pokemon Black and White Wi-Fi battle. This is a UU match versus Pokemaster9 from the Small on Wi-Fi Battle Finder. And looking at his team, there's nothing really too threatening, honestly. I mean, Swampert is kind of hard to take down. Sharpedo's easy to deal with because I have Scarf Zapdos and I have Kingdra, which can take his very well. And Cobalion I can work around pretty easily. Torterra I can work around really easily. And Frostlass sucks, honestly. And I'm not really worried about this team one bit. My team consists of Scarf Zapdos, which you may have seen once. Choice Banded Rhyperior, which I think is new to my channel now. I have my sub Bulk Up Gallade, I got my Expert Build Victini, my Choice Specs Kingdra, and my Physically Defensive Blastoise. So, without further ado, let's get on with the match, shall we? So I am going to lead off with my Scarf Zapdos because that's kind of the best lead, because I can outspeed pretty much everything in the tier and proceed to Volt Switch or whatever. So I am going to go for said Volt Switch on the Rotom Heat, which in my opinion is a pretty decent lead, but I mean pretty easily countered with one thing, that is Choice Banded Rhyperior. So I'm going to go into that as he actually goes for the Volt Switch, and I pretty much know that he is Choice. So now he's going to go into Swampert. I'm going to make the very obvious play, go for the Stone Edge. I could have gone for the Earthquake, knowing he could have gone into his Cobalion or whatever, but the safe play was to go to Stone Edge anyway. So now I'm going to switch out because I'm Choiced and I don't want to stay in on a Water type or Ground type move. So I'm going to switch into my Blastoise, and he predicts that sort of, kind of, not really, and goes for the Stealth Rock. So it's not a huge issue, but it means Victini can't come in when it wants to. So I'm just going to go for a Scald, maybe get some extra damage, and I don't get the burn, kind of sucks, but whatever. And he goes for the Toxic, so I am now badly poisoned. And that's not going to be a huge wear and tear because Blastoise is kind of my weakest link in terms of staying in on things anyway. But I'm just going to go for the Dragon Tail here because I figured why the heck not. Maybe bring something in, and actually bring in the Rotom Heat, which I don't want in because he could Volt Switch or V-Bolt if he has it. So I'm going to switch out, go back into Rhyperior, predicting the move, whatever he wants to go for. And he goes for Volt Switch again, which kind of tells me he's playing very safely and or obviously. So now I knew he's gonna switch into Swampert again, so I figured I might as well go for the Earthquake, because why the heck not? Because Choice Banded Rhyperior can Earthquake all the things with the exception of a a Rotom. So now because I'm locked in, I have to switch out. I'm gonna go into my Zapdos here because I can take both of Torterra's stab moves. As he's actually going to go for the Toxic, I end up dodging that, which is pretty cool. So now I'm going to go for the Heat Wave, pretty obvious play, as he's going to go into his Rotom, and that doesn't do a whole heck of a lot. So I proceed to switch out. I'm going to go back into my Rhyperior. I don't know if he's predicting this, or he just wanted to go for the Overheat, but either way, it's going to do a pretty hefty chunk to my Rhyperior. I mean, it's not that big, but it's big enough where it's uncomfortable. So he's going to switch out and go into his Torterra. And I figured I might as well go for the Stone Edge because, you know, Stone Edge is Rhyperior's main move. If I went for Earthquake, I mean, it would have done the same amount of damage to Torterra, so it wasn't a big deal anyway, but I could have predicted he went for the Mega Horn. Not a big deal though. I'm going to go into my Kingdra now, as he's going to opt to go for the Leech Seed, which tells me this is a defensive Sub-C Torterra. I could have predicted that it was a defensive Torterra because I had Toxic anyway, but either way, it's not that big of a deal. What is a big deal is how little this Hydro Pump does. I mean, look at that. That doesn't do a whole heck of a lot, considering it's a Torterra, and this is a modest Choice Specs Kingdra. I mean, that's not a whole lot considering it's 120 base power stab from a Kingdra. So now I'm just going to proceed to go for another Hydro Pump, and, well, I guess the reason I thought it did so little is because of all the recovery he got from Leech Seed and everything. But anyway, I'm just going to knock him out with the second Hydro Pump as he brings in his Rotom, and I'm going to switch out here, go back into Rhyperior, and the obvious play was the Electric move. So I'm just doing this really well, and I'm going to predict the Cobalion switch in and go for the Earthquake because why the heck not? and I managed to nail the Cobalion on the switch, and that is a Choice Banded Rhyperior. There is no way the Cobalion is going to live that because Rhyperior has Sky High attack. So now he's going to go into Frostlass here. I'm going to switch, go into my Victini, predicting the Ice Beam, which is very, very obvious, and he goes for the very, very obvious move. And that actually does about a quarter. That's not bad. I mean, Frostlass doesn't have very good special attack as far as that goes. Sorry, I'm tired. But whatever. He's probably Choice Specs or something, but I kill it with a Fire Blast. And he has Curse Body. Okay, sure. So now he's going to go into Sharpedo here, and I know he's going to go for Protect, but I might as well sack my Victini to get the free switch into Zapdos or whomever I please. And he's just going to go for the Crunch, finish off my Victini. And yeah, that's one dead Victini. So now Sharpedo's at 90% with +3 speed. I don't mind the speed boost because they're not attack boosts. So I can pretty much come in with Gallade, know I can take a hit, and then get my health back with Drain Punch. Because that's pretty much what Gallade does. Or at least this Gallade does anyway. And so he's going to go for Waterfall. I know I can take a hit because Gallade is max HP. So I don't take it well, but I take it. So I can go for the Drain Punch here and annihilate the Sharpedo because we all know that Sharpedo has paper thin defenses. So I'm back to over half now because I pretty much took all of its HP away. So Blader's just sitting pretty good right about now. And in comes his Rotom. I believe this is his last Pokemon. And he's just going to go for the Overheat, try to kill off my Gallade. It ends up not doing enough, which is pretty awesome because this Gallade not only has the bulk to pull off stopping a Rotom, but I can also get my HP back, which means I will not be able to be KO'd by the second Overheat, which means that I believe this is a 5-0 in my favor. So I know, not the most entertaining game, but it's a game. So hope you guys enjoyed. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And I know I'll bring better games. So until next time, Smash Bros. Pro 33 signing out.